All right, welcome to Byfield, Massachusetts, Triton Regional High School, the home of the Vikings. We are here for a girls varsity basketball matchup between the Triton Vikings and the Georgetown Royals. I'm Patrick Heffernan, joined tonight by Matt Doring, a celebrity among basketball aficionados here in the North Shore, Massachusetts.
I would think that there's better celebrities out there, and it's a pretty sad commentary on the region then. Pat.
Yeah, but you're the guy that's next to me in the booth tonight.
There you go.
We have Eric Gundrum here doing the stats for us, and this is a 2-9 Triton team facing a 6-4 Generals team. But Triton's going to start with the ball. So, Matt, you've seen a few of these games this season so far. What do you think of this Triton team?
You know, it's. I think they're still finding their footing, but there's a lot of talent on the floor out there, Pat. And just, you talk about the records, if you're not playing Pentucket, if you're not playing Newburyport, you basically throw the records out because the rest of the Cals, a dogfight in this game should be won as well.
And right from the start, we have turnovers going both directions, but the Triton Vikings getting up with the ball. Reese on the wing, back to Bella. Yeah, this is a team that has had its costly turnovers in the first quarter, and there's one of them right there. First points of the game go to the Royals. It's a team that coming in scores only 38 points per game, and that's a reflection of some really tough losses. But otherwise, they've been close. Most of the games have been, except for Newburyport and Pentucket, have been close. They've had 5 games, I think, that were decided by 4 points or less. So they're a team that may only score 38 points, but they play good enough defense against the teams they have to.
Absolutely. And they've been, with only a couple of exceptions, they've been in every game right through the fourth quarter as well.
In contrast, the Georgetown Royals come in scoring 42 points per game, so not much of a difference there. And in their 6-4 record, they have 1 4-point win, 1 5-point loss, and every other game has been decided by 10 points or more in one direction or the other. So a lot of blowout wins and losses for the Royals.
Well, but that might be expected, Pat, because this is, on balance, a pretty young team for Georgetown. They have a lot of talented young players, and when young players hit, they hit big, and when they miss big as well. And that's just a function of maturing as basketball players.
Yeah, young players, including number 22, who starts as a freshman on this team. And there's a nice outlet to Reese. Chance for her to come across to Caitlin Ferry. She loses out of bounds. So Triton, they haven't run an offensive set yet, I don't think, right?
No, we were still working on breaking the press and getting into our set. But I like what I see there, too. I mean, when Reese is pushing the ball, when Reese is, taking chances, they usually go more in favor than not. And that's what I would love to see out of Reese tonight.
She has one speed, and it's full speed all the time, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Oh, no, that's a walk. Yep. So the Generals, or the Royals, they're the Royals, not the Generals, right? Are they the Royals or the Generals? Royals. It's on their shirt. And there's a foul before the shot.
I think that's even royal blue, Pat, just to help you out there.
Thanks. I would say I missed you up here in the booth, but I'm not entirely sure that's true. We'll see how I'm feeling by the end of the game. So Triton going to get their first real look at an offensive set, and they go just one pass and shoot. It's going to come out to Caitlin. She's going to shoot. There's a 3. Oh, that looked good.
Yep. Both of them are the right shots. I mean, it wasn't a lot of passing before them, but both Kate and Isabella should have taken those shots when they did. They were open and good looks.
And again, that's what you want to see from the Vikings. They're going to need to score plenty of points in this game, no matter how much of a dogfight it's going to be. Another steal by Reese. Got some help. Back to her. Now they're in an offensive set again. Let's see what they run here. That could have been called a foul, but not. Instead, it's Kendall to the lane. Liv blocked, and the Royals are coming the other way.
Yeah, there's been a lot of physicality in this game on both ends that the refs so far just letting them play.
Number 14 there for the Royals. Karina Zielkowski, senior, hits the 3. Can you say that name? Easily?
Yeah, Karina Z. You missed me, Pat. You missed.
Still not missing you.
I know.
Looking inside for Kendall, brings it down to her. She's got a chance to drive and go up.
Love that.
Ball on the way, yeah. Beautiful. And I like the design of that because you bring everybody else out of the paint, just give her a chance to catch the ball and go to the basket like she does.
I love it when Kendall gets the ball in a position where she can do something. And to me, that's, sort of like the foul line extended. When she gets it there, she's got those 2 long strides. She can take it, finish at the rim. And as you can see, when she gets hammered going in, she's an excellent free throw shooter. So, Kendall should score 10 to 11 free throws a game if she's playing the way that she needs to.
And if her teammates are giving her the ball in the right spot, that's part of it too. And again, a well-designed play to give Kendall that chance to go down the lane. So here come the Royals the other way. Just about the 5-minute mark here in this first quarter. Neither team really doing too much on offense. Ends up being a rebound for Liv Kirakopoulos. And a good long outlet to Bella. Oh, she wanted to take that for a second, didn't she? She'll come across to Kendall. She's gonna nope, not to travel,
I think we just saw what I consider to be a very underrated part of Kendall's game. She's an excellent scorer. I think she's probably among the top scoring leaders on the team, if not in the Cal generally. But she sees the floor. For a quote-unquote big, she can see the floor and make those long quarter-court, half-quarter-court passes on the money.
And there's another. That's a steal for Liv Kirakopoulos. She'll kick it out to Kendall.
There it is.
And there's Reese right there, right ready for it. Love that. They drop back into their zone.
I'll tell you, what I'm seeing out of Triton tonight, I haven't seen it in a lot of their games so far, is they're really pushing tempo. They're looking to get to score out of transition sets, which I think is great. When you have people that can see the floor like Isabella, like Reese, like Kendall, and can push that tempo up, I think there's a lot of opportunities that they're going to find tonight.
The second foul today on Bella. Yeah, second foul on Bella already. Part of that, Matt, I think is we're 11 games into. This is the 12th game of the season.
Yep.
And early in the season, unless you're playing basketball all year round, early in the season, I think you lose a bit of that. You just don't see the court the same way or as much.
Well, and you're not playing with your teammates. You're not used to getting used to where they should be on the floor and knowing each other's tendencies as well. By the way, I think I just saw Sophie Lazinski come into the game. Love to see that. Sophie is an exceptional athlete. She can put a lot of defensive pressure out there. Just kinetic energy, and I think that, look at her, she would have positioned to get a rebound just then. Love to see her out there.
Leah Hathaway on the court as well for the Vikings as Kendall Liebert hits the 3. There's Sophia out there on defense. Got her foot on it. Sub coming in now for the Royals, number 11, Marley Morrison, who actually started the game, also a senior. So it's a pretty well-balanced team in terms of ages. It's not like it's Amesbury where half the team was underclassmen. Chance for a rebound there, but it kicks out long. Royals with a fresh shot clock just drive the lane instead. Liv Kirakopoulos, another rebound. Triton content to swing it around for a bit, try and set something up. Kendall in the corner, she's got to go somewhere with it. Goes inside to Kendall. Fought her way in, goes up, no call.
A lot of contact.
As long as they keep calling it the same way all night.
Yep. That was actually a pretty nice set by Triton. I like it when they pulled Liv out to the high post. She was covered because the girl came up and they tried to slip Kendall in behind, just didn't get the call. It was a pretty nice set design.
Maybe a little bit late going into Kendall, too. If
yep.
she'd gone to her a little sooner, that might have been better. Oh, now she's got to pass it. Nope, that was a double dribble. She got away with it.
She did not look guilty. That's good.
That's going to be a foul on number 20. So the Amesbury game that I called, what was fascinating was Liv Kirakopoulos had a great first half, and then I don't think she scored in the second half. Kendall didn't score in the first half and had a great second half, and it sort of balanced out, and they ended up winning that game by a lot. Be interesting to see if the same kind of thing happens tonight, because Kendall's been on. And there we go, Leah halfway on the board. And Liv has been good on the boards, but she hasn't been able to score yet, so we'll see what happens.
Again, with Kendall's IQ and her height, just being able to see that pass and deliver it on time, that makes a huge difference.
Triton takes the first lead of the night for them at 9-8 on the Leah Hathaway basket. Good pass inside. Another 3.
Yeah.
There's one forgiving rim right there. Should not have dropped, but it did.
But again, that was good, smart, individual basketball by Georgetown. I feel like it's trapped underneath. Throw on the outside slides to the baseline for the shot.
Number 14 puts it in, and they stick that lead back up to 3. Or 4, sorry. That was also really smart defense. Waited for her to come across the half court before they came up and did the double team. Worked out really well.
Good idea.
Yep. Some more subs coming in now. Caitlin Frary and Reese coming back into the game for Triton. Number 20 for the Royals having a seat, Avery Upbite. Triton staying in this zone. Do you like this or no?
No, I don't like the zone. In part because, I think they play a zone defense fine, but where Triton has struggled is rebounding out of the zone defense. And, that's just natural because you're not bodied up with someone to put a body on when the shot goes up. And so a lot of times in zone defense, you're not in position to clear somebody out.
Oh, and Triton turns it over after getting a good rebound by Kendall Liebert on the box out. She ends up passing it away, trying to go to Caitlin. Kirakopoulos and Hathaway going to come out.
The Welches.
The Welches are in now. Brianna Welch and Margaret Welch in the game now for Triton in that zone. There's a good move inside by the Royals, and that's going to be another basket for them. Leads up to 6.
I always like it when siblings are on the court. Just adds a different dimension.
Like the Dupuis brothers.
Yes.
Griffin and, what's his brother's name? Griffin and
Nick. Thank you. Be nice to see the Dupuis sister back on the court next year as well.
Yes, that would be fun. Although I will miss having her up here. Good move to the basket by Kendall. Doesn't go. Should stay Triton ball. It does. Minute 15 now. Triton needs to close this gap a little bit here.
That's something that Kendall's gotten better at year after year after year. I mean, she took it from the right side, finished with her left hand strong, missed it, but it was composed. I mean, when you have someone like that can attack and finish with either hand, it's such an advantage at the high school level.
Freshman drives to the basket, doesn't finish though. Good defense by Kendall.
With 22 being a freshman, there's some good years ahead for Georgetown. She's playing composed. She's playing aggressive.
Yeah, she doesn't look like a freshman up there.
No.
So both teams, just 3 players who have scored so far tonight. One of the great things about that Amesbury game was seeing 8 players for Triton on the board on the scoreboard, which was fantastic. That's the kind of thing I love.
Absolutely.
More than anything else, seeing the ball spread out, seeing the scoring spread out, everybody in the game. So she misses both. Triton with the rebound out to Reese in traffic, and Kendall in exactly the right spot and lays it in. Good little bit of luck there.
Great play design.
Yeah, exactly. It was a bounce pass from Reese. It was a bounce pass into space. That's all. Drive by number 11, looks inside, forces it. Going to be Reese again. Here she goes. She should put this one in for the layup. Close that gap down to 4.
Great finish, Reese.
Sorry, close the gap down to 2. Here we go. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Expected it to be close, and it is.
Good disruption by Bella.
Let's see what the Royals run here for an inbound play. They try and come inside. I would doubt it. Yeah, right into the paint.
It's a smart play.
It was well designed, well done. Yep. Triton with the ball now. They can tie it up.
Again, the passing from Kendall is...
Reese with a turn and shoot, and then she follows it up. So she puts up 1 to get the rebound, so she can get the rebound on the stat sheet, and then she puts it in a basket. Ties it up, less than 10 now.
So I'm continually impressed. Wow. Oh, didn't get that off.
She got that shot off.
I am so continually impressed with the rebounds that Reese Renda gets. It's game over game.
It doesn't make any sense.
She is 3 foot 1 inch tall.
It doesn't make any sense.
And she is. I feel like she gets 6 to 8 rebounds every single game.
Yeah, no question. So we're tied up. We're tied up going into the second quarter. Both teams started slow, I would say. Both teams certainly warmed up. Just talking about where they're coming into this game. So the last game Triton had was a loss to Pentucket. And the last game that Georgetown had was a loss to Newburyport. They lost 62 to 26, which is That's tough. I don't recall the score of the Triton loss, but I know it wasn't close against Pawtucket either. Triton's next game is at North Reading, actually tomorrow night. And then they come back here on senior night against Linfield. And then after that, there's only 5 games left in the season. So things are starting to wrap up here. If Triton wants a chance to be in the postseason, they've got to put together some wins. And then Georgetown's next game is at Manchester Essex. So the scoring leaders so far for Triton, Kendall with 7 points in the first quarter, Reese with 6, and Leah with 2. So expect to see more out of scoring out of probably Liv Kirakopoulos and Caitlin Ferry here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we seem to. I mean, it's tough from this vantage point, but it does seem like we have a bit of a size advantage inside. And, a lot of our attacking has been from the perimeter. Usually, in the Kendall, Leah, and Reese have had some nice shots from about 8 feet out. But we should have an opportunity to basically feed Liv. She gets in that lower right block, and she's just automatic.
And number 14, Karina Z, adds to her total. She had 10 in the first quarter. She hits another 3 there. So she's
13?
She has 13 out of their 18 points.
Wow.
She has been the most important player on the Royals coming in here tonight. Senior captain.
You see why. You
don't like the zone because that can happen. You could sneak in right behind somebody.
This is also a team in Georgetown that, based upon the first quarter, seems to have pretty good guard play between 22, between 14, and they're making their outside shots. So I wouldn't mind seeing a little more pressure on the guards and not just rely on the zone.
So I'll tell you what I really liked about that. So Kendall Liebert, again, as we described, she's certainly considered a big. She brought the ball all the way up the court.
Yeah.
And what she did with it is she drove and found Liv. And you could tell those two are getting better and better playing together because Liv was in exactly the right position, did her spin move, went to the basket the way she wanted to. And I like having Reese out on the wing and letting Kendall bring the ball up from time to time, 2 times in a row. Couldn't go to the line. Nice.
Yeah, it's good to get the call. I'm less of a fan of Kendall driving from the 3-point line as I am from even a step closer, because she could just pull it through 2 steps and finish.
Right.
But to have a chess piece like Kendall that the coach can move really to any position on the floor, it just creates a matchup nightmare for your opponent.
I'm a big fan of having the bigs bring the ball up the court because your point guards are going to spend most of the time with the ball in their hand. But if you can get that mismatch of whoever has to cover your big, having to cover them all the way down the court while they're running the offense, I think it's just great. Triton down 1 now. And they're definitely, the Royals have been able to get somebody low underneath against that zone pretty much at will. So Triton's got to figure out a way to adjust to that or go back to a man-to-man.
Well, the easiest way to ever beat a zone is, to be overly colloquial, go where they ain't. And Georgetown is doing a great job of going where they ain't in terms of where Triton is and just slipping in behind them. And credit to Georgetown's good guards, they're finding them down low.
So 6th foul, I think, already on the Royals, and the 2nd foul on number 11.
Great minutes by Bella Martin coming in. Isabella Basil got in a little bit of foul trouble with the 2. To have Bella come in off the bench and provide that level of quality minutes, that was big for Triton.
With Kirakopoulos inside, as always. And look, they're back behind her again. Number 10 is that, yep. Could be a travel. Force a turnover, though. A little bit of pressure. Not really much from the Royals here. You're right. Those were some good minutes from Bella coming in. Good energy. That's one thing that this team has shown a lot of this season is coming off the bench. There's not a drop off. It's pretty intense.
No, it's there's always differentiations at the high school level, but when you can bring in a Bella, a Sophie, a Margaret, a Bree, a Leah, a Lily, they all have real strengths to their game. That's kind of a luxury that the coach has here. These guys get out to Isabel, looking for somebody inside. She finds Kirakopoulos, and
And that's going to drop. And that gives Triton the lead again at 23-22 at the 5.5-minute mark here in the first half.
Heading into her senior year, that's one thing I'd love to see Reese work on, though, is her three-point shot. Because she got that there, and if she can make herself a threat, that just opens up more opportunities for the team as well. But she wasn't even looking for that.
Right. Oh, right, she's only a junior, right, Reese?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, this girls program has been so good for so many years now. Caitlin Ferry going to go to the line, and that's going to take the Royals into foul trouble. They're already at their 7th foul. Triton only has 3 so far this half.
I like seeing that from Caitlin as well. That's something that throughout the years I think she's very good at and could even implement more into her game, is just that drive. I mean, she actually has a little bit of a Euro step at time.
Yeah.
And, when she can finish it or get to the line, as we can see, score with the clock not moving, always helps.
And she hits 1 of 2. So we're all knotted up here at the 5-minute mark. Georgetown down the floor fast, taking a 3 fast, and it's an air ball. Triton ball. Leah Hathaway back in the game now. Going to need to come up and help out a little bit on offense to get this ball in. Oh, that was a double dribble, yeah. They need to adjust to that and not let it be a one-on-one without some help or without something there needs to change.
Well, I mean, listen, press break is always an intricate thing that every team will get better on over the course of the season.
Right.
And it's tough too. I mean, listen, Pentucket press is as good as any team in the Cal.
Right.
It's the hallmark, and we struggle a little bit with that, but that's going to help us get better, especially towards the end of the season, where we're going to have a lot of games where we're going to be, again, in a dogfight.
Kendall drives strong to the hoop, no call, a lot of contact. She was looking a little frustrated. She's been out there a lot of minutes too. I can't recall that she's come off that much. She ends up with a rebound, hit from behind, no call, long outlet to Caitlin Ferry. Ferry had Liv underneath, didn't see her. Instead to Leah with a quick release that looked good coming off her hand. Caitlin, the Euro step, but it ends up being Liv. Misses the first one. All tied up. Jump ball, I think it's going to be Triton ball.
That's great, though. Listen, Triton is just relentless on an offensive board. That will wear down any team.
I like seeing Leah shoot when she caught her, too. I mean, she's a shooter. She needs to shoot every time.
Leah is inbounds in range, and she's an excellent shooter.
That's a really good way to put it. Under 4 minutes now. Neither team really able to go on much of a streak. Good defense by Liv to force that back outside. Still in that zone. The Royals content to shoot from the outside. Oh, they're going to call that Royals ball. All right.
Yeah, I think this ref here has to make an overrule there, but
yeah.
Oblady.
Through a basic inside play, it doesn't work for them. They end up throwing up the 3. Long shot that doesn't go at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because Georgetown's been so good at attacking the Triton zone that I'm not sure what they were doing on that baseline out of bounds play.
Inside to Karakopoulos, spins, shoots, doesn't go. Chance for the rebound, going to come out to the Royals instead. Good drive by number 2, but doesn't go anywhere. Leah has it, kicks it out to Kendall. Kendall all the way across the court to Isabel. Takes a look, comes back to Leah. She's got to find some help. She does. Oh, she should hit that 3. Maybe not.
That's a great cut by Leah.
Inside and got fouled. Nice. Looked like a lot of ball, but she'll take it and go to the line.
It was interesting. I'm watching that play develop, and I keep thinking to myself in my head, I'm like, I want Liv to flash up. I want Liv to flash up. And then all of a sudden, Leah comes down from the outside. That was just a great cut.
And that's a lot of not standing around watching. That's a lot of, cut to the back, pass and cut, pass and cut. Really well done.
Again, that's also where I want to see Kendall get the ball more as well. I mean, I'd like to see the ball on the wing, and Kendall be the one slashing from the opposite side and getting the hoop that way as well.
So we got Lily DeAndrea in the game, a freshman for Triton, number 2. As well as number 11, Brianna Welch.
Lily's going to do some damage over the next 3 years. phenomenal
She could do
athlete.
something tonight too. That'd be good.
Yeah, great athlete. Knows for the basket. Just you watch her. She gets better every game.
Ball short. It's going to be a rebound from Brianna Welch. Kendall coming the other way. Taking a look at what she's got. Outside to Lily. Inside to Kendall. It's going to end up being a turnover. Good defense, though. That might be a chance for Triton. Nope. Strong move by 22. Yeah. Really strong move by 22. Wow.
A lot of composure.
Wow.
Body control.
Nayla
Finished nicely.
Marcellin. Not sure the foul was on, but it's a one-on-one for Triton. Triton just keeps going to keep going the line here for 2 minutes, so every time you get the ball, drive. The ball's going to go out. Kendall's going to have a chance at it. It's going to go off of Royals.
Keeping pressure on it.
Let's see if they run the same play again. Yep, they're pulling them all up, leaving Kendall by herself down there. Go to Kendall. That'll work. That'll work all day.
Just a mismatch.
Tied it up again. 2 minute mark. Here we go.
It's trouble.
Strong move, but it's now he's going to call it. So he was waiting. He knew he knew she was going to travel one more time, so he just waited. Ate up a little clock.
Sign of a good ref. Making the call a couple minutes later, but it's the right call.
I wouldn't say it's a sign of a good ref, but if she gets fouled, she's going to go to the line, shooting one-on-one again. Foul on number 22, I think. It's her first foul. Yep, make your free throws is right.
Is Kendall's third time at the line?
Could be her third free throw attempt. Yeah, third and it goes.
So I said I want 10 to 11 from her. She's at 5.
And she hits them both. Triton with the 2-point lead here. Last minute and 40 of this first half. Only the third or fourth time in this whole game that Triton has had a lead. Yeah, that went off on Kendall. Reese and Caitlin back in. Leah and Lily off.
Yep.
Good minutes from both of them.
Absolutely.
Royals have to kick it all the way out. They're going to swing the ball around. A little bit of a drive that looked like a walk, and it was. Yep. Now, they've got a minute and a half, probably 2-3 possessions at the most here. So Triton's got to make the most out of this.
Don't let up. Don't let up. I mean, there's been a lot of fouls committed by the Royals. Keep them on their toes. Keep being aggressive.
Yeah, going to the line to shoot 2 every time you're fouled now. Good look
Like
inside. Good little ball inside. Doesn't go.
But I love that. I love flashing Kendall down to the upper or lower block, finding her in stride. Didn't work out, but she got a good look.
Isabel brings it down. A lot of pressure on her. She's got to find somebody. She tries to go to Kendall and does. Kendall, it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be the Royals ball.
This is where we got to be careful because, like, Kendall's having a good game. She's off to a good start.
Yeah.
But there's been a couple of times, Isabella, Lily, where we're sort of trying to force her the ball.
Yep.
She's got 2 or 3 girls covering her rather than just take what Georgetown's giving us.
Which is going to be a lot more outside shots if they keep putting the ball to Kendall on the inside. So, see how Triton adjusts to that.
Honestly, if Triton would even sort of fake inside to Kendall and then do a quick reversal, there's going to be wide open shots for our shooters.
So, chance for a rebound doesn't go. Instead, they get a the shot clock's off, and then going to call travel before the shot. So, Triton's going to have no shot clock, 31.7 seconds, 2-point lead. The way this has been going, I hate to say play for the last shot. Yeah, all right, push it.
I'm pushing it.
Yep.
Again, they're in foul trouble. Let's continue to take advantage of that.
Right inside.
Love it. Love it.
Fouled on the shot, going to the line. Extend that lead, force a turnover, extend it some more. 4. Oh, no, 2 fouls. 2 fouls on number 14. Oh, that's actually pretty good because she's their high scorer. So. Free throws. Here we go. She hit them both. I'll just play some good defense. No fouls. If they can hit a 3, good luck to them. Don't let them inside and don't foul. Force a turnover. Nice. 8 seconds. They got to bring somebody up there.
Yeah, I'm bringing Reese up, and I'm just sending Reese like a scud missile at the basket. One more pass, free. Good.
Nice. Oh, and it dropped. That is fantastic. You called it, Matt. You absolutely called it. Wow, Triton extends it to a 6-point lead at the half.
But credit Bree for that last pass because she played very smart basketball. She got the pass at center court, and what she did, she immediately turned and looked opposite. And that's just basic fundamentals, and she executed.
Yeah, it was extremely well done. Really, really well done. So now we're going to talk to the head coach. All right, Coach Shields, I don't know if you can hear us.
You guys hear me?
We absolutely can hear you. That was a fantastic end to that first half. A 6-point lead. That's the largest you've had in this entire game. How's that feel?
Yeah, it's good. You know, the girls are playing hard. They're executing. They're doing what we asked of them. We've worked on this extensively in practice. It's something defensively that's a little bit new for us, but it's given us a nice little spark. And I think it's something that we can continue to roll with, and hopefully we build on this lead moving into the third.
And so. The first half, or the first quarter ended 15-15. You outscored yourselves in the second quarter. You outscored the Royals in the second quarter. Was it just the transition offense? Was it your half court or your half court offense? What was it you think made a difference in that second quarter?
I think it's balance. We got some really nice stops on the defensive side, and then we took care of the ball on the offensive side. So really, that's been what we've been preaching: is take care of the ball, meet our passes, make the right decision. Don't play faster than we are, and I think that we did all of those things in the second. Our goal is to win each quarter. So tie the first, win the second, go out and win the third.
One last question.
Yeah.
You got a lot of energy coming off your bench. How do you keep that going in the second half?
We just keep rolling them in. Keep the energy going, and everybody's performing well, and it's a team effort. We need everything that we get from everyone that goes on the floor.
Beautiful. Keep it up.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so we have not done a halftime interview with a coach before. That was kind of cool. We had a courtside reporter during the Unified basketball game, but that was the first time we've done that. That's and I made the. I'm going to say it right out here, so all the people that are watching this and are going to watch it later will know that you're welcome to completely make fun of me for what I just said, because I actually asked him how he felt. How do you feel? And I hate that when I'm watching games myself and somebody asks, so Coach, how do you feel? It's a dumb question, but I just fell right into that trap and did it myself. So,
Pat, I'm pretty confident that there will be other opportunities for me to make fun of you in the second half, so I'm going to let that one go.
I'm absolutely sure there will be. That was a fun first half, though, I got to say. That was really good basketball all the way around. If they're scoring 38 points in a game on an average and they put up 15 in the first quarter, that means that they're playing offense pretty well. And to put up almost their season average points per game in that first half is fantastic. They're off to a really good start. A huge question is, can they hold on to this? Because they got a couple of good breaks. They forced a couple of turnovers. You can't count on that in the second half. They got good looks. That shot from Reese was not a high percentage shot, maybe for Reese, but for most girls it isn't. But she hit it. So how do you make sure that you hit the high percentage shots and you keep forcing those kind of turnovers in the second half?
Honestly, we're up 6 points. So, you don't want to say something isn't working when you're playing and you're up 6 points. I still think that the way that this Triton team is composed and the way that I see, the height and where the skill sets are from Georgetown, I'd love to see them play a little more man, because I think that's going to create some of the opportunities that you're talking about. The opportunity to use our energy, the opportunity to keep putting them in foul trouble, the opportunity to create turnovers and go the other direction. We'll see. I know that Coach Shields likes to mix it up in terms of, man to zone and sometimes shift on the fly. But, for me, let's keep pressure on where the Royals' weak points may be. And I think you're better able to do that with our personnel in a man to keep this momentum going.
And what I think I saw the first half was they never came out of the zone. So if I'm Coach Shields, one of the things I'm doing is I'm starting off right in the man-to-man, because you know it in the locker room right now.
Yeah.
Royals coach is talking to them about how are we going to break the zone.
Yep.
We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And then if you come out and you're facing man-to-man, you immediately put them on the back foot.
Yeah,
although maybe not, they're back out with with 6 minutes to go, so not a lot to say in the locker room, I guess.
they are dialed in.
They are dialed in.
But
yeah.
listen, another reason that you might want to play zone, and I'm not sure that's why Triton does it, is to keep certain players fresh. Well, we've seen all of the Triton's players are ready to step up today.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie, Lily, Margaret, they're all ready.
Bella.
They're all ready. They're
came
all
off the bench. Yeah,
all contributing.
Yeah. Yep.
And so you know what? Put the throttle down. You don't need to rest people because all your players showed up today.
Yeah, actually 6 points off the bench tonight. 2 from Brianna Welch, 4 from Leah Hathaway. Kendall Liebert, not surprising, the high scorer for Triton with 13. Liv Kirakopoulos with 6 and Reese Renda with 8, including that one right at the end to put them up by 6. And on the rebounds, not surprisingly, again, Liv Kirakopoulos leading with 3, but it's pretty balanced. I mean, this is one thing I would not have expected to see, rebounding spread out that much when they're playing that kind of a zone defense, but it's working for them. And no one in foul trouble. A total of 3 fouls in the entire first half by the Triton Vikings is kind of crazy, whereas the Royals went into well over 10, so we're in good shape there as well.
If I were a guessing person, I'm going to bet that Caitlin steps up a bit in the second half. She's had her opportunity. She's got some offensive boards, has gotten lucky with things not quite falling, but she's playing aggressive. She's attacking the rim. They're going to fall for in the second half. If I had to guess, I bet she has 6 second half points.
And she's a solid outside shooter. If they can get her the ball in a spot where she likes it too.
Yep.
We'll probably see that as well. Both teams coming out of the locker room quickly. They just want to play, I guess. They don't want to spend too much time talking to the coach. Looking at the Georgetown stats tonight, it is 13 points as well for Karina Z. So both leading scorers on the team each have 13. The freshman, how would you say that? Naila Marcelin with 6 points, second leading scorer for the Georgetown Royals. And then Avery Upite with 3, and then a couple girls, 3 girls with 2 points each. So pretty balanced scoring by Georgetown. For Triton, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players that have a basket tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting is that, Karina Z has been really impressive for Georgetown, and I'm hoping that the fact that she's got 3 fouls doesn't keep us from seeing her as much as we've seen her in the second half. And the freshman, Naila Marcelin, has just been fantastic. Hey, folks, I'm getting waved at. Hey, coach. But honestly, depending on how this game goes, the player that I would love to see is their 8th grader, number 12, Mariani.
First name is, we have it on here somewhere.
It says Taylor. I didn't realize it was Taylor.
Talia.
It's Talia. It is
Mariani.
Talia. She's going to be an exceptional player for the Royals. Her mother was a 1,000-point scorer for
here at Triton.
For Triton. She's actually my neighbor. So she's out in that driveway playing hoops all the time. She's an exceptional player.
There's only a handful. I guess you can see it from here. There aren't that many Triton 1,000-point scorers over there. Whether there's 6 maybe on that list, so that's pretty impressive to be up there. But she's coaching on the other side, so we can't say too much more about her. She may be your neighbor, but you know what?
I'm not rooting for her, but I wouldn't mind seeing her tonight.
There is some other North Shore basketball celebrities in the building tonight. We have Greg Dulles, who so far, as far as we can tell, flawlessly working the scoreboard, but that could change in the second half. And then former Triton boys captain Owen Heffernan sitting right across from us over there catching the game as well. I don't see his sister in the building.
I was going to say, Owen's claim to fame is his mate's brother.
That's his claim to fame.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. May or may not be in the house tonight to see the Triton team play. I know she'll be here on Friday. We will be doing senior night for the captains, for the seniors, which is always a lot of fun because one of the things they talk about, and this will get really interesting, is who I often ask who was your favorite coach for the girls that played Triton youth basketball all the way through till now. So odds of you being named as a favorite coach by any of the seniors on this team?
Probably not the seniors, but if the juniors, I know where they live.
Okay.
And words will be exchanged.
If you're not named a favorite coach.
No, listen. It's a tremendous group of young women. and to celebrate the seniors this Friday night, to celebrate the juniors next year. They put in a lot of hours, a lot of sweat equity into doing whatever they can to build up this program, and they really should be recognized.
I mean, it's been a strong youth program for a long time. It's been it's been a strong basketball program here in the Triton district for a while now. We just need to see the next step forward in that, which is getting some Cal championships and that kind of thing. It does look like Maeve Heffernan is in the house tonight. I don't know if she can see us waving from over there.
Are we Maeveless? Oh no, we have Maeve.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
So yeah.
I think that's my favorite broadcasting moment when I was sitting next to you and Maeve was about to launch a three.
And I said, "Don't."
And I don't know if it was the dad or the youth coach that sort of cringed, and then she just drained it really in your face, and it was a beautiful moment.
Yeah. So I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
A few times in my coaching life. Once in my broadcasting life, once in my coaching life. Owen hit a three to win a game in the playoffs. I think it was 7th or 8th grade. When I specifically told him on the inbounds play not to shoot, and he promptly did, and he hit the three. And Kendall with a drive right to start things off. Ball's going to bounce out, but it's going to bounce to the Royals, and they're coming the other way. Good strong drive, and there's number 22 with a rebound and a shot. Doesn't go. Fighting with Caitlin. It's going to stay Royals ball.
But honestly, she's a freshman. That may have been the first mental mistake she's made all night. Impressive watching her.
It's Triton staying in the zone, coming out in the second half. See how long that lasts and whether or not Georgetown makes any adjustments to it. And there's a drive right to the lane. There's a nice little pass inside, and there's a foul on Kendall Liebert.
Yeah. See, but listen, he may only have spent a minute and a half in the locker room at halftime, but that was drawn up perfectly to beat the zone. The forward just has to take that shot. If you get a 6-foot baseline shot, you have to take it.
Yeah. But went inside instead, and so 22 is at the line, misses her first.
Is that music?
Yeah, it's probably somebody practicing next door. So hits her second. Now here's a much more of a press from the Royals coming out in the second half, and Triton breaks it beautifully. It's going to go out of bounds, stay Triton ball.
See, all young basketball players do that. They just let the ball go out of bounds, and it drives me bananas. Just grab the ball. They worked in our favor, so it's good, but never understood that.
Good pass by Karakopoulos out to Reese, and Reese hits a three. You were asking for that, and you got it.
We're giving her a little clap.
Calling for her to hit her threes, and she took one and hit it.
You know what? That's going to add such a dimension to her game and to the games of everyone around her.
Kendall throws it out quickly to Reese. Reese brings it all the way across the court to Caitlin. Nope, it's going to be an interception by the Royals. We're also going to throw it all the way down. A lot of pressure on her. Able to stop.
Wow.
But can't hit the shot. And then she gets fouled. So Kendall fouled by
22.
Number 10, I think.
I think 22 got her.
That's her second foul. So here's the press again. We'll see what Triton does if they break it the same way. Turn and fire it all the way down the court. Yeah, they're just going to break it. That's the way you break a press. Pass, pass, pass. Reese shoots, and it's in. That's good basketball. That's
great.
Just good, fundamental. The ball never touched the ground.
It's a great look from Liv.
The ball did not touch the floor. Inside, there's the drive to the basket. And Kendall maybe gets away with a little bit of a body on that.
They may have got away with a little bit of a travel.
Inside to Caitlin, and Caitlin, no. We're going to call it before the shot, but that was a good play.
So those are the type of passes. This is why you want to keep the ball in Reese's hands, because she can make passes like that.
There's a timeout by the Royals, and that was the third foul on number 10. Coming into this, she only had one in that whole first half. She's already picked up two. She was a starter, I believe. Megan Lowen, senior starter for the Royals, is now in foul trouble as well. And really quickly, just a minute and a half into this third quarter, the Royals have already racked up two fouls, and Triton's extended the lead to 10.
Yeah, the next 3 minutes, as you well know, were absolutely crucial in this game. I mean, how is Georgetown going to respond to Triton building a little bit of lead? How is Triton going to play? Are they going to tighten up? Are they going to commit fouls? Are they going to keep playing loose and aggressive like they've found success so far? So I'm really looking forward to the next 3 minutes of this period.
And do you think, so here's the big coaching decision for the Royals at the moment. Triton has beaten the press cleanly 3 times now. It hasn't even been the one where the ball never touched the ground until it came through the basket. Yeah, it was perfect. Does Georgetown give up on the press?
Well, I think they give up on this press because Triton hasn't handled, and candidly, they're guarding the ball, and then they're immediately blitzing whoever gets it, and they're not getting there quick enough, and Triton's just setting things up. I mean, if they want to go to like a 2-2-1, they might have more success, but this ain't working.
Inside to Liv up top with it. Kendall with a big rebound. Kendall's turn and go. 12-point lead now for the Vikings, who were just dropping back into a zone, not putting any pressure on the ball, letting the Royals trying to get it inside and outside. And there's another travel. Turnover by the Royals, and they look like they're staying in the same press. It's hard to tell right away. Yeah, kind of the same press. This time trying to dribble out of it. They get into trouble. Ball's got to go out. It's got to be Triton ball. Why would she have let it go? If it was timeout. Coach Shields.
The top girl got over much quicker that time.
Yeah.
We were able to get they got a nice press out of it.
Now this is where I say this every single time this happens in a game, and I'm going to say it again. This is where if I'm the Royals, I don't press. Don't press on this inbounds, because that's all he's talking about right now is how to break the press. Then you press on the next inbounds play because by then these girls have forgotten everything that Coach Shields is talking about. So
yeah,
but that's just my own way of doing it. We'll see if this coach agrees or not.
I'd stay with it.
I know you would.
I
knew you would.
I love to play relentless, offensively, defensively. Don't let up until you have to. Until they beat you, you keep swinging.
See what happens here. They gotta get this ball in. They've been successful.
So you got look opposite to Reese.
She waited too long to look opposite.
Now
gets it to
Kendall will find
now
it. Yeah.
There's Liv. Liv goes up with her left hand and puts it in. So Triton breaks the press again, despite Coach Doring's decision that he would keep the press on.
I still would. Plus, I mean, you're down 12, you're down 14 at this point. You need turnovers, you need buckets.
Good long three by number 22, but it doesn't go. Ball bounces around like crazy. Finally, she was stepping on the line. Wholesale substitutions coming in for the Royals. Number 20, number 13, and number 2. None of whom were starters at the beginning of this game, but number 20, Avery, up by one of their leading scorers. Like they tried to leave a 6th player out there. It didn't work. Pressure in the trap. No. Caitlin Ferry got to get it across. Now there's the first time that they're able to successfully stop him on the break, and there's a travel. All right, they can't dribble that ball into that corner. That's where the problem is starting. Getting out of that corner.
I feel like Georgetown is like almost there. Like I feel like they're executing up to a point and just can't finish, can't make that last shot.
Five-minute mark now. Triton back on defense in their zone, which, to their credit, is working for them. It's absolutely working.
Absolutely.
Long three, that drops. That's only the first basket, I think, that this team has scored this entire half. Yep. They had a free throw go in, and then they just had that three. Caitlin with a pass. It's going to drop out the Triton ball. Yeah, one free throw and then the three is all they've been able to score in this 3rd quarter.
Was Triton have 9 in the quarter?
That sounds about right. I can't do math and watch the game at the same time. Oh, that looks off. A little bit off. Yeah, the Vikings have 9 so far in this quarter. All the starters still out on the court, and right on as I say that, Coach Shields brings out some subs. Caitlin Ferry loses control of it. Royals there to scoop it up, coming the other way. Kendall Lieber with another rebound. She's got space, she's got time, she's just going to drive to the basket.
Great.
Good steal by number 2. It's coming the other way. It's backing down and backing down. Nobody's had a shot, and that one's going to not fall. It's going to be a foul on Reese. Her first.
I know she got to the line, but yeah, 3-on-1. That's a little drop-off bounce pass for a layup.
You're supposed to cheer for the Vikings. So that
I know.
all right.
Listen, I'm cheering for the Vikings, but I want to see good basketball.
I just want to see a win. That's all that matters to me. There's a miss on a free throw. Here comes Leah and Sophia Lisinski. Caitlin and Reese getting a rest.
Good minutes from Kate and Reese there. Good passing, good shooting. Great to see.
We're seeing a lot of minutes out of Kendall and Liv Kirakopoulos so far in this third quarter. They don't manage to put the press on this time. To get it in, Leah's going to turn and shoot. Oh, nice putback by Kendall. Doesn't go. A little bit over the back, not called. Says it's going to be the Royals' ball.
It's always an interesting call where it's clearly off Georgetown, but we clearly fouled her. So they're just going to give the ball to Georgetown.
Right. But that's better than putting the foul on Kendall.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Yeah, I can take that.
It goes to the runner, I guess.
Good move inside, kicks it outside. There's another attempt at a 3, not even close. Isabel has a chance to find Sophia, instead she's going to run around with it.
She's getting ridden down the court.
Oh, and that was a turnover there. Strong to the basket. Going to be a foul on Isabel.
After 2 early ones, I think this one's her third, isn't it?
That is her third, yep. Our stats guy, Eric Gundrum, keeping us honest tonight.
Honesty's overrated, to be honest.
Did you practice that line or not before this? All right. Another missed free throw for the Georgetown Royals. I don't know if our stats guy is keeping track of those, but it feels like they've missed a lot from the line tonight.
Yeah.
Kendall Lieber with 10 rebounds in this game already, so she's got a double-double. And there's a nice little rebound by Sophia. She's going to kick it out to Kendall. At this point, she should be kind of taking the ball down the court a little bit more. She drives, she goes to the basket, doesn't drop. And it's coming down the other way. Number 2 again. Nice defense that time.
Very good D.
Leah sends it all the way across court, intercepted by the Royals. Here they come the other way. Good defense by Sophia. Locked her up. There's a 3 way off the mark. Leah with the ball, sends it to Kendall. Kendall's going to drive, and that's going to drop. Oh, spoke too soon. That looked good, like it was a good shot, but didn't fall. Royals coming the other way. There's been a lot of up and down the court without a lot of baskets. And now the Royals drop back, allowing Triton to set up their offense here. 2.5 minute mark, 11-point lead. Third quarter, out to Sophia, almost went right by her. It's Kendall. All the way to Leah. Leah kicks it out. Nice little no-look pass. Good shot, doesn't go. And Triton not getting rebounds on that one. And I think Liv and Kendall look tired. I don't know if you see that too, but they have been in there this entire quarter.
Well, I don't think at birth their faces were quite that red.
Triton into their offensive set again. Royals giving up on the press for the moment. Leah up high, there's her shot. She likes that. She doesn't get that one, but Liv's there for the rebound and the putback. Solid night for Liv Kirakopoulos.
This has been a great night for Liv.
I went with solid, but all right, we'll say great.
Well, I'm more complimentary than you are.
Yeah, that's usually true. Leah, chance to get a steal. 20, recovers it. Looks inside. The Royals game has slowed way down. They have been going in and then kicking it back out, trying to beat the zone that way, but now they're just sort of passing it around the outside.
Yeah, and it's what's interesting is, everyone's got different philosophies, but it's practically a 10-point game, and they seem to be becoming increasingly reliant on the 3-point shot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you need to at this point in the game, but that's the way they decided to go.
So it's possible. I mean, maybe the idea is keep it close and then bring in their their better players for the to finish this game off. Number 14 with her 3 fouls has been on the bench for a little while now.
Coming back.
She's coming back in now. Number 10 has also got 3 fouls. She's been on the bench for a little while. So maybe the idea was keep it close, and then we'll try and tighten it up before the end of the third quarter. But Triton with an 11-point lead, so
yeah, they gotta make this single digits before the fourth, or it's going to be very difficult in the Royals, which is fine.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for difficult. I'm all for a nice little blowout win. Well, not a blowout win, but a good win, a solid win. Definitely what we want to see. So the Royals called the timeout. You know, there wasn't a single timeout in the entire first half.
By either team?
By either team.
Wow.
I didn't want to say it when we was getting close to the halftime. I didn't want to jinx it because I've never actually seen that before, I don't think. But both teams just sort of didn't need that moment to sort of check and correct themselves from not being able to break a press or whatever it might be.
Well, Kendall and Liv are going to get a little bit of rest.
So minute and 13 to play the third quarter, and we got the Welches out there, Brianna Welch and Margaret Welch.
Welch time.
In for Liv and for Kendall. Tough shots to stop with the ball.
Subtle adjustment they made on the press. They sent 2 people up as a blitz, whoever catches the inbounds pass, but really everyone else was just back.
Yeah.
All your eggs in one basket, I guess.
All the way across the court. Now to Reese. Reese is going to shoot another 3. That one doesn't go. Great rebound underneath. That one doesn't go. Ball bounces around, but ends up being the Royals' ball. Coming in the other way fast. Leah, almost a steal right there. Oh, Reese, sorry.
It's a big baseline.
22 with a nice 3, and that's going to drop because she's hitting them tonight.
That's the second time they've someone dribbled the baseline and the guard slid down for the shot.
And there was a pass picked off by number 14. Going to drive, going to put it in, and just like that, 5 points, and now it's a 6-point game very, very, very quickly. Georgetown Royals have closed the gap from 11. Actually, I think it might have been 13 at one point to 6. Leah can't hit. That ball's going to bounce out long, and here we go. Royals are going to get one more possession. You said they needed to close it within single digits. They may close it down to a 4-point game here, or even 3. Kicking it around the outside. Good interception by Margaret.
If we can score here.
She throws it up to Reese. Reese shoots.
Okay, that's all right.
Solid third quarter. A little bit of a rough minute and 13 seconds there towards the end, but they did what they had to do. 6-point lead. They held their own. I mean, they had a 6-point lead going into the halftime. They have a 6-point lead now. Extended it to 13 at one point, but Georgetown came crashing back with a 3 and a couple of 2s.
Yeah, Georgetown got a couple of turnovers and converted them, which is how you would get back into it.
And I think what we've been running into trouble here is our point guard is getting trapped either in that corner or right after she crosses half court. So she's got to make a quicker pass out of there and not get stuck in that trap because they're going to keep running that. And now that they've been able to do it a few times, that's one of the big adjustments I think Triton needs to make in this fourth quarter.
Well, I'm wondering if not having practice tomorrow because it's snow day may have affected some of the game plan, especially on the press break. Because, I mean, obviously the coaches would have scouted Georgetown, know that they press.
Right.
I'm not sure. Who they play tomorrow, North Reading?
North Reading. I don't
think North Reading pressed much. But Linfield did a little bit, and that was the game on Friday, too. So, you have 3 games and really only 1 practice in the middle of that. Doesn't help when you need to work on things that are so technical.
Out to 14 now inside. Number 11 manages to get it. Number 20 manages to force Kendall and Liv to miss the rebound. Back out again, and that's going to hit another 3. It's a 3-point game.
That's 2 3-pointers by 22. Or that? No, I'm sorry, it was 2.
Long pass to Caitlin. Great recovery by her. Kendall down the lane, and it doesn't drop, and that ball doesn't go. Oh, goes to Triton off number 14. Kendall frustrated. Can't play frustrated though.
No, and
Kendall hacked again. Looking to the ref for some help. We got to stop making those passes. They're getting picked off too many times. Way too many times. It's going to be a tie game if she hits a free.
Yeah. We got to do more than the windshield wiper passes on the outside.
And I think in the last 2 minutes there have been just 3 or 4 passes that the Royals have picked off. And that's just Triton not playing at full speed, really.
I like to see Kendall progressed from frustrated to angry. Because angry Kendall is scary Kendall.
You remember Molly Kimball. She was good at playing angry. She was very good at playing angry.
Yes, she was. Big Molly Kimball fan.
So here we go. Is she going to bring it across half court? And she does. No trap. No, the trap's coming from behind.
Could have been a foul.
Should have definitely been a foul. Instead, it's going to be Triton ball out of bounds. 7:15 to play in a tie game. Going to go inside to Kendall. Kendall's going to make her move and kick it out to Liv. Liv's going to shoot from outside. Not going to go. Pressure by Reese. And they're going to call the foul on Reese.
Yep. Settle down, Triton.
That's her third. And in this second half, it's been all Triton with the fouls.
Yeah.
Foul trouble now with 5 already to Georgetown's only 2. So absolutely a change of the storyline here from the first half with respect to fouls. Georgetown looking patient, looking to try and retake the lead. 14, a long three.
Yeah.
That was off. Good rebound for Kendall.
She missed it, but you don't want to give her that look.
There's finally a foul. 22 with a foul. That's only her second tonight. But I think Kendall's frustration finally, the refs finally saw it and realized, yeah, we got to call at least a couple of these. Got to get some help on these inbound plays. Get the passes off a little bit quicker. But they keep possession. Isabel, 3, in and out. Rebound in and out of Reese and Kendall's hands. A lot of pressure on the ball. Coach was calling for timeout, didn't get it.
Nope.
Instead, Triton ends up with the ball again. No, it's going to be a steal by the Royals. All the way out, she's got some help, takes it herself. Fouled. Number 14 goes inside. A lot of contact. And number 14 with a 3 again. Fouled on the shots. She's going to get the extra. Reese with her third foul. She knocks down number 14 as she's shooting the 3. The 3 goes, and now the Royals take their first lead in a while, and they're looking to put it up by 4.
Yeah, we got to find another gear right now.
Reese coming out. Leah coming in. And not only do the Royals take the lead, but the old school 4-point play doesn't go, just a 3, so doesn't get the harm as well. I guess she got the harm. She get the Kendall takes it strong, gets the ball taken away from her on the drive. Number 22 again.
Georgetown's playing in a different gear than we are.
Yep, much faster. Timeout.
Yeah.
So Coach Shields calls a timeout after a 5-point, well, more than that, an 11-point swing.
We got to find a little more
favor. In fact, Triton has not scored in the first 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. So a 13-point lead at one point, now a 5-point deficit.
It's not even so much the scoring at this point. I mean, we got to find a way to just like re-engage mentally, because when there's a turnover and there's 4 royal blue people on this side of the court before there's even the first Triton person, that's a digging deep issue.
Yep.
I mean, that's not a coaching issue. That's not an execution issue. We just need to want it more than we do right now.
And I think what was working really well in the first half and early into that third quarter was just Triton was passing the ball well. It was balanced. It wasn't one person dribbling and looking. And it wasn't. Kendall's had a great game, but the offense can't be Kendall just drives to the basket every time and tries to get fouled.
Yep.
It's got to be something more than that. A couple of shots that are missed. One that went in and out by Isabel, the 3 that would have been nice.
Oh, that was in and out. It's halfway down.
But now we just need to make some smart passes, control the ball.
See, that was,
Caitlin maintains it, and her foot, her back heel was on the line. That is tough. So Karina Z with 15 points for the Royals, and Nayla with 10. For Triton, it's Reese with 13, Olivia with 10, and Kendall with 15. So we need some serious scoring here. Ball goes outside, 14, she can hit. She misses that one though. Long rebound, it's gonna be a foul, I think, on 22.
Yep.
22 blue, that's 22 blue, that's maybe her third or fourth. Her third foul. All right, now is where we really need to see some clean passing.
Yes.
Because Georgetown has gotten a lot of good quick steals. Good clean passing there. And Georgetown's gonna end up with the ball again. All the way back to number 2 again. And a foul again. That one doesn't drop. So Triton commits their 6th foul of the second half. First foul on Leah.
You know what's interesting is that 14 Karina Z, she's doing some freelancing in this press, and we're gonna have a problem with that because the first couple times in the fourth quarter when they were pressing, we were able to flash someone to the middle and they were all hanging back 3. She's basically, I think, been given the green light to basically freelance, and she's doing a good job.
So as a coach, I love doing that. I love telling a player, look, you play wherever you want on the court on defense. Because certain players just thrive on that.
Yep.
You know? And they know the game well enough and they read the court well enough to just cause chaos.
Yeah, when a coach can trust a senior captain like that, I mean, it's kind of like Triton. You know, you watch Kendall on defense, she's setting people up. She's the proverbial coach of the court.
Another steal by the Royals. Another quick, fast break. This time Triton gets back. This time Triton gets a block. Kendall now a chance to slow it down, but she kicks it all the way up, and it's going to be another turnover by the Triton Vikings. And here comes number 14. She'll miss that layup. Great defense, but unfortunately a little bit too much arm as well as the ball. Kendall with her 3rd foul.
Georgetown is playing relentless right now.
I thought you said you liked relentless basketball.
Well, listen, I don't want it to beat us.
7-point deficit now for the Vikings, who have not put in a basket in the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Liv coming out. Brianna Welch coming in.
Good game for Liv.
Second shot's going to miss. Rebound's going to go long, but then they're going to throw it away. Oh, no, I just didn't throw it away. All right, so Triton is only down 7 despite not having scored in the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. And yes, they gave up a 6-point lead, but this could be a lot worse. That is a foul all day, but somehow it's not called. We'll take that, though. Again, doesn't send the girl to the line for 1-on-1.
We committed the foul. It was off them.
15 on the outside. Ball swinging around. Now Georgetown, I think, content to slow things down a little bit here. Why not?
See, I like this, though. I mean, we're staying in the zone, but we are being more aggressive.
So Brianna Welch called for the foul. That's going to be a shooting foul anyway, but it takes Triton all the way up to 9 fouls. So Royals are shooting 2 every single time now the whistle blows.
Well, we got to be careful because with the style of play that Georgetown's employing.
On the other hand, they've really struggled to hit threes. So Kendall, I don't believe, has come out. Oh, no, she did come out at the end of the third quarter.
Briefly.
Otherwise, been in the whole time. So they extend it to 8 now.
Wow.
Quick pass to Caitlin. Caitlin all the way over to Reese. Reese with a really quick 3. Doesn't go. Reese there for a rebound. It's going to end up being
Kate.
Georgetown ball. Triton now in a press. Let's see if this is a man-to-man. No, it's a zone press of some kind. And Kendall with a good steal, but she stepped out of bounds. That's tough.
I like seeing Triton press.
They have the bench to do it too, because a press can really tire you out on defense. But they have a strong bench that can come in and play well. Good defense all the way around, but a better shot. That's going to go in.
There's a lot of speed on this Triton team.
And the Royals relentless, like you said. Although a mistake there. Triton has not broken the press the way they did at the beginning of that second half, where they just went for the first 3 possessions. They did it beautifully. They've really struggled since.
Watch 14 freelance. Yep.
Caitlin, right there, and she fouled her. Yep. That might be the
pass.
4th foul on number 14.
Yep.
Yeah, that is.
Good look by Kate. Way to go straight up, Reese.
So Reese Renda at the line, hoping to score the first points for the Triton Vikings over 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. And she misses the first. She misses a second, but she's going to end up with the rebound. Going to find a teammate. No, that's got to be White. It's got to be. Oh, come on.
Yeah, that goes off of 15.
Triton in a zone press here.
Interesting.
See how well Georgetown can break this, and they pretty much do. And they're going to drive right to the basket. No hesitation at all. Doesn't go. Good rebound. Outlet to Caitlin Ferry. Caitlin Ferry, chance to go up. She does. It doesn't roll, though.
Boy, that was a great effort by Kate to get that shot off.
And they come back down immediately the other way.
Yep.
I'd be surprised. They're going to shoot right away. One pass and shoot.
Doesn't matter.
And it drops a 3, and that really separates it. Now it's a 13-point game the other way.
With their best player on the bench.
This has been a 26-point swing in the Royals' favor. Up 13 now with 3 minutes to play. I had to be honest, that's what I expected to be able to say about Triton as midway through the third quarter. Up 13 with 3 to play. It's really been amazing how quick this has turned around. Royals outside, another 3. Another 3 that hits. They've had at least 4 threes in the second half. I'm not sure they hit more than 1 in the first. Press has been tough on them. Caitlin Ferry, chance to drive, and she does.
Oh, she got hacked.
She didn't throw it out of bounds on purpose. So
no. I don't think Caitlin woke up this morning and said, you know what, fourth quarter, I'm just going to throw the ball out of bounds. She got absolutely hacked on that.
Good minutes from Brianna Welch, number 11 for Triton. Caitlin hit that. Rolls in and out. They just haven't had much luck on this end of the court. Liv Kirakopoulos comes back in, somehow gets called for a foul. And it's going to be shooting 2.
Yeah. Well, they're calling jump balls fouls these days. That's the new fashion, apparently.
That should have been the 10th foul. It was 9 fouls up there for a while, but no, I guess it's just not. No, it is 10. Yep. Shooting 2. 2 minutes and 45 to play. Chance to extend this all the way to a 20-point game, and she does. No, not a 20-point, 17-point game. There we go. That's better.
You got. This is kind of like.
The scoreboard is totally off because Triton had 45 points at the end of the third quarter. Now they only have 44. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Can't trust that scoreboard.
Well, is that a Greg Dulles issue?
Yeah, it is Greg Dulles.
Okay.
Greg Dulles on the scoreboard, unable to keep the Triton Vikings, who at least have 40. No, they don't. They only have 45.
He doesn't know much about basketball. I mean, let's be honest.
Last year's Amesbury
state champs
coach.
Yeah.
Took an Amesbury team all the way to state championships, but tonight hasn't kept the scoreboard clean.
See, this is where I wish we would take more risks. We're down 18 with 2 minutes.
Haven't scored. Have not scored a basket this entire fourth quarter.
Still in the zone. We need turnovers.
Reese back to Kendall. Kendall all the way down to Liv. Liv finds Leah. Leah's going to turn one step and shoot.
Good shot. It's a good shot.
Not going to go. Reese, of course, gets a rebound.
Mighty Mouse.
Don't call that foul because then it's before the shot. Gives us the ball out of bounds. 2-minute mark. We got to get a basket here.
Yeah.
Leah.
Got to play quick and aggressive.
So Reese should be shooting. Somebody should be shooting fast. Not a lot of time for this. Reese still looking inside. Bell looking inside to Kendall. Shoot that, Leah. Hit that.
It's a good shot.
Out. Long pass by the Royals. She dribbles it out of bounds. 1:49 left. Triton's got to get something here. Georgetown smartly keeping the press on because it's just killing clock for us to get the ball across half court.
Not just killing clock. I mean, Georgetown is, oh, hey, my neighbor. I mean, they're playing Pentucket-esque. They have an 18-point lead, and they are not stopping.
So they might be now because now they're throwing in a hockey change here.
Yep.
5 players going to come on the court, including your neighbor. Which number is she?
Number 12, 8th grader.
8th grader getting some varsity minute and a half.
Yep.
Here in a 18-point lead for the Royals. So a real massive change in this game. Triton had a 13-point lead at one point.
Good D by Reese.
Timeout by the Royals. This changed fast, and this changed really decisively because, again, Triton has not scored in this entire fourth quarter. They were up 6, 39-45. They've been outscored. I can't do the math, but it's a lot in this fourth quarter. And I'm not sure, other than passing, I'm not sure what else to say. Triton really struggled with it. Just too many turnovers on passes.
Yeah, I mean, but again, this is something that they can correct in practice because it's as much mental as it is physical.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'd rather, it's way easier to coach up mental than it is to coach up physical.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's
take
true.
this, react to this, work on your press break in practice. Work on your motivation heading into tomorrow, heading into senior night on Friday. Yep. These are correctable things that sort of hurt us in the fourth quarter tonight.
And two very winnable games coming up against North Reading and against Linfield. Two teams that they match up well against. Two teams that they ought to be able to beat. And coming off of this, they saw how well they can play when they're really on their game. Reese puts it in. There we go. First basket of the second quarter for the Vikings. Here come the Royals the other way. Nice little trap right there. It's going to be another turnover if Reese can get it. She does.
Reese doesn't stop it.
She
Reese
doesn't let the teammate. There's a foul on by Leah. That's going to send your. It's going to send your neighbor to the line. How about that?
Well, I can't really root for her here.
So the eighth grader going to get a chance to get probably her first second foul on Leah. Her first varsity points, you think?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Maybe. Well, her first varsity points with her neighbor calling the game. How's that? If she makes one, she missed the first.
Well, I got to root against her here, but
she missed the first. Let's see if she misses a second here. Misses them both.
Worked out well. She got an opportunity. She missed them.
Kendall Liebert. And that's going to be a travel on Reese. Just under a minute now. Yeah, and you're right. Georgetown playing very, although they do have all their subs in now, but up until that point it was a very Pentucket-esque kind of approach. 12. Swings it out. Good defense by Reese. Forcing the turnover. Here comes Kendall the other way. Chance to get on the board in the fourth quarter. No. Hammer puts it in, though, on the rebound. Gets a rebound and a basket. Solidifies that double-double she has going tonight. Ball's going to go out. Triton ball. And the clock kept running and running and running. We lost about 2 seconds
Greg
there.
Dulles.
Greg Dulles. Come on, man. That guy, I tell you.
Very irresponsible.
Lost at least 2 seconds on that. Needed those 2 seconds. Shoot. Comes inside to Liv. Liv powers it up. Doesn't drop. And shot clock off. Surprised if Georgetown shoots this ball, but you never know. Good defense by Triton to try and get something. Recover at
play
least
hard
one
to the
more.
end.
Yeah, at least cover one more possession. Let's go. Solid defense. Kicks it out to number 1, number 12. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2.
Hold it.
Hold it. Just going to throw it up there. No shot. And so that was a really disastrous fourth quarter. No other way to say it for the Triton Vikings. They score 4 points. They give up, by my math, a lot. And they lose 63-49. A tough loss after looking so great for almost 3 full quarters.
Yeah, certainly 2.5. End of the third and the fourth were not ideal, but again, plenty to build on here. I mean, plenty of things to work on in practice, to talk about in terms of the success that you had, and how the errors that were made are correctable. So.
Yeah, and I mean, so much went so well for so long in this game. So, right. I mean, they've got a lot to look at. They got a lot of tape to look at in that first half and say, okay, this is what was working really well. I think the highlight of the game for me was the one possession where the ball never touched the ground.
Yeah.
Where it was just pass, beautiful shot, and in.
Yep.
Between that and I think the Reese's shot towards the end of the first half, where it was a great pass either from Margaret or Beyond. I don't remember which one of the Welsh.
It was Bree.
It was Bree, and Reese was just right in the right spot, took a really good shot and went in. So that those are sort of the highlights of the game. In terms of the numbers, we had Reese rounded with 15 points. Caitlin with 1 at the line, Liv Kirakopoulos with 10, Brianna Welch with a basket, Kendall Liebert with 17 to lead Triton, and Leah Hathaway with 4. So a total of 6 players scoring for Triton. Again, Kendall Liebert with the double-double, 17 points and 10 rebounds. Liv Kirakopoulos with just 4 rebounds total. Oh, sorry, actually, Kendall Liebert 14 rebounds, so almost as many rebounds as points. That's a really good night.
Yep.
And the Triton defense, again, it's tough to say when you give up 63 points, which is more than Georgetown average coming in. It's tough to say they had a good night, but they really did for that entire first half. I think they played really solid defense. They looked good for most of the game, really, until things got out of control in the fourth.
I think that's right, and I think that even in the fourth, when they started to dial up the pressure out of the zone, and just sort of forced Georgetown to be uncomfortable in what they wanted to do, that's when they found success.
Right. So, as we mentioned, they play tomorrow night at North Reading, and then Friday night is senior night against Linfield. And then we'll see what happens. If they can put together a few wins here, they got 5 games after that, unfortunately, including games against Pentucket and Newburyport to round out the season. But they win, 4 or 5 out of the next 7 games, and they're in the playoffs. And as you mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, in the Cal, and really in the playoffs in Massachusetts now, the way the rankings are done, absolutely anything can happen. It's wide open.
Yeah.
And I think we just got cut off. I'm not entirely sure. But thank you to Ben and Ashley if we didn't. And thank you to Mr. Lathrop and Mr. Gundram. Good night.